Sister Lindora Cabral, President of the Northeast Community of the Sisters of Mercy. Ms. Vittoria Pacifico de Benedictis, President of St. Mary Academy, Bayview. Ms. Colleen Gribben, Principal of the Upper School. Ms. Cecilia Pate, Associate Principal of the Upper School. Mrs. Cynthia Lawrence, Principal of the Lower and Middle Schools. Honorable Laureen D'Ambra, Chair of the Board of Trustees, and all members of the board here present. Mr. David Marion, Assistant Superintendent of Catholic Schools in the Diocese of Providence, Reverend clergy, faculty, invited guests, friends and family, and especially the graduating class of 2014, it is my pleasure to speak to you this evening. It is so hard to believe that this night has finally arrived. There have been many early mornings and late nights when I was positive that it would never come. I did not believe anyone who told me almost 4 years ago that high school would fly by. But now, looking out at the sea of caps and gowns, I realize that they were right. It has gone by so fast. As we all prepare to take a flying leap into college, and soon an even bigger one into the real adult world, one thing we will have no shortage of is advice from everyone. So to add my piece to the growing pile, I'd like to share a quote from James Baldwin that I feel aptly advises our graduating class. Know from whence you came. If you know whence you came, there are absolutely no limitations to where you can go. As we head out into the world, we come from Bayview. We are Bayview. We all know that. We have heard it often enough on the radio, and we have seen it written on the lobby wall every time we walk into school. But being Bayview is easier said than explained. It is not something that ends when you take off your uniform for the weekend, as Ms. Pate has diligently explained to us before each and every school dance, or even something that ends when you graduate. Being Bayview is about holding yourself and those around you to higher standards of achievement and character. It is about the type of person you become when you have been part of a community of young women who support and inspire each other, and of teachers, staff, and administrators who believe in the ability of their students to succeed. And we have succeeded in so many ways. The young women before me possess a truly staggering range of talents. We are scholars, athletes, performers, artists, leaders, sources of inspiration. The number of awards we have earned only scratches the surface of what we have learned and accomplished in our time here. We don't just win championships and deliver breathtaking monologues, we also fill the bleachers and give the standing ovations. And we always offer each other comfortable cups of tea. We have been part of a uniquely encouraging and nurturing environment where anyone can feel comfortable enough to thrive. In fact, we are so comfortable that I think I can speak for my classmates in saying that a part of us doesn't want to leave. Part of us wants to stay here with the girls we have come to love like sisters, in familiar places, with familiar schedules and familiar challenges, because college can be scary and the world can be scary. Not every environment we will encounter will be so nurturing. It won't always be so easy to thrive as it has been at Bayview. But being Bayview is also about being courageous. It is about recognizing that every risk is a chance to soar, and that every challenge is an opportunity to prove that we are stronger than anyone thought we could ever be. Which brings me to the second part of that James Baldwin quote, that if we know where we come from, we are able to go anywhere. I believe it. I believe that the talented, charismatic young women seated before me are exceedingly well prepared to take the world by storm. We are full of ambitions and aspirations ready to be fulfilled. We are going to be engineers and doctors and Navy officers and maybe even a president or two. We're going to learn how to do really scary things like write cover letters and pay our taxes. But most importantly, we're going to make a positive difference in the world in whatever way we can, because that is what Bayview women do, and that is what we do. The founders of the Sister of Mercy, Catherine of Colley, once said, and I won't make my classmates say this in unison with me, even though I'm confident that they could, that there is nothing more conducive to the good of society than the education of women. I believe that we, the class of 2014, are and will continue to be living proof of her wisdom. We have been well educated in so many ways, and we stand on the cusp of opportunity to prove to the world what we can do with that education. As for what I mentioned earlier about advice, you're going to continue to receive an abundance of it. You should listen to all of it because every person you meet has lived a valuable life and has something important to share with you. But you shouldn't follow all of it because that is not the way to blaze your own trail. And when it comes down to it, advice is no substitute for your own conscience, your own confidence, and your own convictions. And as Bayview women, we have an abundance of all three. Enough to live memorable lives and achieve our dreams and change the world. Congratulations to the class of 2014. Here's to the end of a wonderful journey and the beginning of an even better one. Thank you.